Hey everyone, my name is Blue, and today we'll be reading from the IDontWorkHereLady subreddit. If you like these stories, please consider subscribing to our channel. And with that, let's get into it. Karen goes to a tattoo shop. Maybe 10 years ago, I owned a tattoo shop that was located next door, same strip mall, to a piercing shop. I had gone next door to watch the lobby for the piercer while they ran and grabbed some change. So Karen walks in, and I get why she thinks I work there. I'm sitting behind the counter. Karen:
I was here last week and you effed up my piercing. It's infected now and I need you to fix it.
Me: I don't work here, I'm just... Karen:
No, it was you. I remember your tattoos. Look.
She proceeds to show me her navel piercing, swollen over the cheap, crappy jewelry, obviously not from the upscale shop where I was currently at, and covered in yellow crust. Me: The piercer will be right back, he just went... Karen:
No, you. You effed it up and now you're going to fix it. I'm not dealing with anyone else. They shouldn't have to fix your mistakes.
Me: I don't work here. I haven't done a piercing in years. I'm sure the piercer will be happy to... Karen:
Are you calling me a liar? I remember you. I don't want some guy touching me.
Mind you, the only piercers who worked there at the time were men.
You need to help me or I'm going to have to go to the hospital and have this thing surgically removed, and then I will have to sue you for my medical bills.
Me: Since I'm not a piercer, I don't know for sure, but that thing looks pretty gross. Maybe you should go to the hospital and get it checked out. Karen:
I'm not going to the hospital. You're going to fix it. You effed it up. I need this fixed today.
Me: Okay. Fill out this form and we will see what can be done. I was tired of dealing with her. I just wanted her to stop talking. The piercing shop had a long release form that everyone has to fill out, so I gave her one of those to keep her busy till the piercer returned. While she was working on the form, the piercer returned. I explained that she was upset and had an issue with her navel, and then snuck out the back door to return to my much quieter tattoo shop. Maybe 10 minutes pass, and guess who walks into my shop? Karen:
I want to get a tattoo done today.
This lady acted like she had never seen me before. No mention of me being in the other shop or anything. Me: I'm sorry, I'm busy today. We are booked out for several months and not able to take any new clients for a while. Karen:
I want...
And she proceeds to describe a fairly large and detailed tattoo. I can't recall of what.
I know how much tattoos cost, so I don't intend to overpay.
Me: There's no way I can tattoo you today, and I'm about to lock up for lunch. Karen goes through the gate that separates the lobby from the tattoo station, sits down on my massage table, and holds out $40.
How long do you think this will take? Can I use your phone? I have to call my husband and tell him when I'll be home.
Me, in kind of a stern voice. I'm super non-confrontational, so this was weird for me. Ma'am, you have to leave. You are not getting tattooed here today. I am not taking new clients, and you've been kind of rude both here and next door, and I just don't plain want your business. Karen:
Here.
Holds out the $40 again.
You're not so busy now, so I don't see what the problem is. How do you even stay open if you refuse to tattoo anyone? Here.
Again with the $40. Me, kind of hangry at this point. We tattoo plenty of people. I just won't be tattooing you. You're demanding a $400 tattoo for $40 when I'm already booked, and You were rude to me next door. Please, take your stuff." She'd emptied half her purse on the table to show pics similar to the tattoo she wanted. And leave. I'm trying to get lunch before my next appointment.
Karen: "I don't mind waiting."
Me: totally annoyed and kind of rude. "I'm not tattooing you now or ever. Get your stuff and get out of my shop and don't ever come in here again." At this point, I picked up her tattoo reference photos and shoved them back in her purse to hand to her. Karen switched to full-blown banshee.
"What the F are you doing? Give me my purse! You're trying to rob me! Give me my effing money back or I'll call the police!"
She carried on a bit more, but I can't recall what she said. So I walked to the door, opened it, and threw her purse outside. Me: "Call whoever's the F you want, but you need to leave now." She practically leaped for the door, continuing to scream about her purse, the contents of which had spilled from me tossing it. And on her way out, she pushed me hard enough that I cut my shoulder on the corner of a vending machine in the lobby. I locked the door behind her, gathered my things, and left on foot out the back to get lunch at the bar a couple doors down. While I was at lunch, I was there for over an hour working on stuff on my laptop. I got a notification that someone had left a review. Guess who? It was the most insane and confusing review I ever read. My favorite parts were that I had secretly disclosed having hepatitis to her, and that her nephew was going to do an apprenticeship with us, but wouldn't after how she was treated. The rest of it was profanity and saying my shop was dirty, I'm a drug addict, etc. So I flag it with Google and figured that was the end of that. My shop had a little enclosed patio at the front entrance with seating and a smoking area for clients as well as a bunch of potted plants and decorations. When I returned, I found all but one of my pots broken, dirt and plants everywhere, a bench thrown halfway over the fence. The Christmas lights had been torn down, my gate had been kicked or pushed so hard that it was sitting crooked on the hinges. My small window had been broken, one of my letters torn off my tattoos sign, and my effing car was keyed. My car had a huge sticker for my shop, and my plate was "Tattooing You," so it was obvious who to target. Not a little bit keyed either. This bee went effing crazy while keying my car. There was so much damage. I couldn't believe she'd been able to do it in the hour or so I'd been gone. I was super bummed. No one had seen it happening because the strip mall door/parking lot configuration was kind of weird. So I started crying. I was so bummed about my shop and the car and all of it. I'm really low-key and get stressed easy, and this was too much. I then called the police, canceled my next appointment, and went next door to visit while I waited for the cops. I found out the lady had been crazy rude to the piercer as well, and that he wound up kicking her out as well. She wanted him to replace the bad jewelry she had gotten it pierced with at another shop with a $150 barbell for free, and became irate when he refused. So irate that she pushed all the flyers from their flyer table onto the ground as she left while cussing him out. So the cops showed up and took a report. It takes me a while to fill everything out, and he took a photo of the cut I got from being pushed, and we showed him the video of her trashing the place. It didn't catch all of it, but enough. The cop was telling me that the report was pretty much just for insurance, because we don't know who she is or how to find her, when I remembered the release form. Part of their release form process was to take a photocopy of client ID cards on the form. They have a laminated form you just copy with the ID, so it's all on one page. So that's what I'd done when I was trying to shut her up. We dug the release form out of the trash, and the cops then had her full name, recent address, which she'd written in because it was different than her ID card, phone number, etc. She lived not even half a mile from the shop. So the cops drove to her house and arrested her. She got in trouble for all of it. By the time it was over, she had to serve several months in jail, and I assume a long time on probation. And I bet she had to attend classes. Just a guess, I don't know. I got a notification several months later letting me know she'd gotten out of jail, and I remember thinking, dang, she was in there a while. The following day, her husband called me to find out what the damages were so he could cover the costs. By the time I added it up, it was close to $5,000. I was kind of a jerk and I taxed the F out of them and quoted him as though I paid people top dollar to fix all the stuff I actually fixed myself. Like replace and set up the plants, the fence, etc. He brought an envelope of cash in the day after I told him the cost. Or it may have even been that evening. It was weird. He was a nice acting, seemingly normal guy. He apologized and said she has a temper. This means Karen could have afforded the jewelry she was trying to get for free and the tattoo she was trying to get for cheap. I assume, anyways. Seems like he just had the money lying around since he came up with it so fast. But don't worry, none of this stopped Karen. After she got out of jail, for about a year, my shop would get these random, super weird reviews from random Gmail accounts that had no other reviews. I have no proof it was her, but we never got bad reviews till this happened, and they were all written in the same way. They all just sounded like the same person wrote them. Some of my favorite highlights from the reviews: that I am a prostitute and operate that business out of the shop, that we reuse needles, that we did a misspelt tattoo, that I sell drugs from the shop, that you can find nudes of me online, that we tattooed a minor without a parent, that we allow/had dogs in the shop, that we got shut down by the health department, and that I hire illegal immigrants. There was plenty of other stuff, and it was all pretty far out. That's just all I can remember. This lady would write paragraphs of weird stuff every time. Just rambling lunacy. I was in business over 15 years. That was the only Karen I ever remember having to deal with. I'm sure there were a few other rude customers, but nothing like that. I wonder if she ever realized that she provided us with the information that made it super easy to track her down right after. I don't even know what to say about this one. That is wild. That is just unhinged behavior. It's scary to think that people like that actually exist in the world. And that's all the time we have for today. What did you think? Post your thoughts in the comments down below. Please consider subscribing, and we'll catch you next time.